Today we are exposing this tweet that claims Islam rots under science. The Quran has been outsmarting human progress for 1,400 years. Let's expose why this take isn't just wrong. It's historically illiterate. This tweet claims Islam cannot survive science, but history and modern labs tell a different story. For over 1,400 years, the Quran has whispered secrets to astronomers, biologists, and physicists. Secret science would only uncover centuries later. This isn't faith versus facts. This is faith confirmed by facts. And it's why brilliant minds, past and present, have bowed to Islam's truth. A prominent French surgeon, Maurice Bucaille, autopsied Pharaoh Ramses II. The mummy's salt-preserved cells stunned him. The Quran had already described it. We saved his body as a sign. Bucaille, a man of scalpels and data, converted. He wrote, the Quran's accuracy left no room for doubt. Decades later, embryologist Keith Moore, author of the world's most cited medical textbook, studied the Quran's description of human development. We created you from dust, then a sperm drop, then a clinging clot. Moore, a skeptic, admitted, this terminology couldn't have been guessed. It's divine. Then there's Jeffrey Lang, an atheist mathematician tormented by life's chaos. He opened the Quran and found Surah 55. The sun and moon move in precise calculation, and the stars and trees prostrate. Lang, who craved order, wept. Today, he's a Muslim professor who writes books entitled Even Angels Ask. In 1989, NASA's COBE satellite confirmed the Big Bang. Headlines screamed, "Science discovers God," but Muslims didn't flinch. The Quran had declared it 1,400 years prior. Do the disbelievers not see the heavens and earth were one? Then we ripped them apart. Even atheist physicist Stephen Hawking conceded the universe had a beginning. They'll say Islam's golden age was a myth, but myths don't invent algebra, create surgical tools, or measure Earth's size almost perfectly, all in the 9th century. Myths don't give us Ibn al-Haytham, who proved Greek optics wrong and basically invented the scientific method 600 years before Europe's Enlightenment. And myths don't push a NASA engineer today to pray towards the Kaaba after reading a Quran verse about reaching into the heavens. Truth is, Islam isn't just compatible with science. It's the only faith that's built on asking questions, testing ideas, and chasing the truth. No forcing, no faking, just faith and facts, side by side. Here is Imam Tom Fashin explaining this clearly.
Is that Islam is the only scientific faith out there. And that seems like a bold statement, but I stand by that 100%. And that is with the definition of science as something that is process-oriented. That is not cooking the books or selectively cherry-picking the evidence to match a prefabricated conclusion, right? That's not science. If we're going to take the scientific method seriously, it's that you might develop hypotheses, but you're trying to follow the evidence to where it leads you. And you follow the evidence to the conclusion. That's Islam.
And they'll say Muslims twist science to fit verses. But why do these twists keep matching peer-reviewed breakthroughs? Why did 8th century Muslims know the stars were made of smokeless fire? A phrase matching modern description of plasma? Why did the Quran call ants communities? Centuries before, entomologists found they farm fungi, wage wars, and use antibiotics. They say Islam rots under science, but rot is what happens to lies. The Quran, it's been buried, burned, and mocked, yet its verses still predict what microscopes and telescopes confirm. Every time science discovers something new, we Muslims nod, we know, our book already told us. The Quran doesn't just tolerate science, it demands it. Do they not reflect on the camels, the sky, the mountains? We will show them our signs in the horizons and within themselves. Almighty Allah basically said, go test it, I'll wait. And for 1,400 years, Muslims did. From Al-Khwarizmi's algorithms to Ibn Sina's anatomy, Islam's rot built the foundation of modern science. Meanwhile, the tweet's logic still stuck in the dark ages. So to the tweet's author, your light of science is a flicker compared to the light of Quran. Let's be clear, science doesn't confirm the Quran. It catches up to it. Every discovery, every equation, every star in the sky is just another echo of we will show them our signs in the horizons and within themselves. The Quran isn't a lab manual waiting for human validation. It's the timeless word of the one who wrote the laws of physics himself.